Hey, this is Justin Popovich from Ignite Your Essence, and I want to talk about goal setting. One of my favorite quotes from Michelangelo is the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. So, what I want to talk about today is the importance of goal setting, but setting goals appropriately to give yourself enough inspiration and drive to actually keep going so that we're not just setting goals, but we're achieving them. And that's really when life gets exciting. We can build these images in our mind and actually achieve and realize anything that we can picture, anything that we can set our mind to. So I want to talk about 5 really key exercises or ideas that I think will help you with your goal setting. First one is called the 100 goals list. Some people do a 101 list. It really doesn't matter. But what you want to do with this exercise is take a couple pieces of paper, lined, or you can even download templates online. And basically the idea is get 100 rows and fill in 100 goals that you would like to achieve sometime in your lifetime. Now these could be anything. These could be goals of traveling the world or helping charitable organizations, earning a certain amount of income, building that business you want to build, whatever. There is no limitations to it whatsoever. The real underlying intention here with this exercise is to help you learn more about yourself, because when you sit down and do this exercise, I guarantee you're going to think of some stuff. You're going to realize some passions that you may not have actually consciously recognized before. I remember the first time I did this exercise, it took me 3 or 4 days to finally get my 100 down. And I looked at it at the end and I thought, wow, there's a lot of stuff I learned about myself here. And it was kind of an exciting realization. There's all kinds of opportunities. The world's opening up to me because now I know really what it is I want to do and what I want to achieve. So that's the first thing you want to look at. Just helps you get in touch with yourself. The next thing is called your top 30 goals list, and I got this right out of the Bob Proctor Goal Achiever program, and I really like the exercise because it forces you to focus. What you want to do is, again, take a piece of paper or type it out, however you do it is fine. The idea is to write down 30 goals, things that you would like to achieve, and you're going to have to give yourself a little bit of a time frame on this, but I'll kind of let you worry about that. The point is 30 goals, get them down, and then you want to categorize them into A, B, and C goals. A being the highest priority, B being second most, C being third most, and then within each category, you will rank your A1 through A10 goals. So A1 would be your biggest, best goal that you could possibly think of. Usually it's going to be that type of goal that's going to require a number of years for you to work on. Things you're really going to have to give a lot of energy to. And the lower down the list you go, like your C8, C9, C10 goals, are the lowest priority of your 30. What you're going to find is as you start achieving your goals and working towards that big A1 goal, you're going to start crossing off the other goals lower down in the list, and those goals almost become stepping stones in the ladder to your A1 goal. So that's the top 30 list. It's another great exercise. Next thing is using cue cards. Here's where you maybe take some of the goals from your 100 list or your 30 list, and you write them on cue cards and you make them very specific and measurable. So I will weigh 170 pounds by June 1st. You write that on a cue card and you carry that cue card with you. You do it for all the different goals that you're currently actively working on. And you carry these cue cards everywhere you go. You stick them in your pocket or in your coat. I used to do this all the time. I'd commute places when I was in sales, and I'd pick up my cue cards and I'd go through them really quickly if I was stopped at a light or stuck in traffic. And it would be a great visual and mental reminder of all these things that I'm working on that I want to achieve. It's a really good exercise to embed it into the subconscious. Next thing I want to talk about is what I call the next exercise. Here's where you take a really big goal. So it could be your A1 goal that I talked about earlier. Something that's going to take you a lot of time and effort and energy to work on, but you're really passionate about it. And what you do is take a piece of paper and you divide it into a left and a right half. On the left side of the page, you write down, here are all the reasons why I cannot achieve these goals. When you try to talk yourself out of achieving the goal, you have a column for that, but then you write the word next through that column so that you have nowhere to write those ideas. On the other side of the page, here's all the reasons why and how I can achieve this goal. And you want to spend all of your time brainstorming and focusing on your power to contribute and gain and move towards that big goal you're working on. Best way to do the next exercise is with a group of people. Get a bunch of people to help you brainstorm how you can move towards this big A1 goal that's so important to you and to your life. And then at the end of it, you have this big giant list of things you can do to start moving toward that A1 goal. So it's really empowering. It gets you motivated. The final thing is to take a goal category sheet. And the way I did this was I would take one piece of paper and I would write goals based on categories. So I'd have a goal category for my financial life, another one for my business life, another one for my relationships, another one for my fitness. and I would write a specific and measurable goal. So by this date, I would like to have generated this much revenue in my business. Then I'd have a section right below that saying why. Why is this goal important to me? And that's your motivator. So pick your categories wisely. If it's relationship, fitness, maybe spiritual and financial, put those goals on the piece of paper, put them into categories. And what you want to do is print out 30 of these sheets and write in your goals every single day for a month. At the end of the month, see where you're at. I can guarantee if you're doing this and you're giving that much energy to these goals, you're going to be a lot closer to those goals than you would have been had you not done anything at all. So with these 5 exercises, even if you just take a couple of them and start working on them, I can guarantee you that you will start moving closer and closer towards these goals that are so important to your life.